Welcome back to the Gamesline Podcast. It is 2026, is the first podcast of the year. My name is Scott. John is still taking a bit of a vacation. He'll be back. I am joined today, of course, by producer Lorelai. Lorelai, how has your winter break been?
It has been.
Also, where are you? According to me, I think you look down here to me.
I look down at you as it should be. Okay. You look up at me.
Okay.
And if I zoom out enough, I can step on your head with big stompy boots. But I won't do that because I am very kind.
Please do not step on me.
I had a great winter break. I spent it in the Bay Area. I got there right after half the city lost power for like multiple days. Had a wonderful time, though. Went and saw the Nutcracker with family, and seeing a little kid get absolutely delighted by that was so much fun. And just being able to spend a week away from most computer stuff and just chill out in the extremely pouring rain, because the West Coast has been getting hit by, like, a weird pressure system that has just like driving rain and flooding, and it's been a lot, but it was still such a nice Christmas vacation.
That's good.
Yeah.
We also have Jackson on the call. Jackson, hello.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, what's up? What's going on? What's happening?
Nothing much.
Also, where's Jackson?
From winter sickness. Yeah, where am I in terms of everything?
Jackson is just to your right, Scott. Yeah. No, other right.
My right?
You're right.
Yeah, you're right.
My right. It's over here.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're speaking directly to him now.
Oh, you got it.
I'm gonna look everywhere.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, no. I'm recovering from winter sickness, but no, I'm fine. I was also gonna do webcam, but I currently have a big purple bruise on my forehead from getting hit in the head. So I'm like, I don't think people need to see that. I was like, New Year, let's do the webcam. And I turn the webcam on. It is just like the webcam focuses on my forehead. Like it blurs everything else, and it's just like the big bruise on my head. So I'm just like, no, we're gonna wait a bit. But no, winter break was good. I went and saw a bunch of family. I traveled everywhere, middle of nowhere, desert, California, and whatnot.
That's fun.
A hot ass Christmas, but now I'm back. I'm ready to talk about talk about everything else going on.
A nice, beautiful, warm Christmas.
A nice, beautiful 85-degree Christmas.
Oh God, I would
a smoldering Christmas.
I'm
fucking jealous.
And we have one last person who I can only assume is up here. Up here. Is Nikolas.
Yeah,
Nikolas.
Yeah, perfect. Nope.
Yeah, I'm on your top right. It's like that scene in Madagascar where they're on the boat and they're all in the boxes trying to figure out where the other people are.
God.
So what's up?
Dropping that Madagascar ref. Let's go.
How many Madagascar movies did you watch over your break?
None. Unfortunately, none.
You didn't. Unfortunately, you did not have much of an ice age.
You're not a true Madagascar head. Not like one of us. I'm like so into zebra.
I'm zebra.
Zebra? You mean Marty?
It seems I'm not the fakest Madagascar head here.
Well, we're all back. We're all sitting very comfortably in our nice little homes, and we're very excited to do another podcast. I want to ask this up front. I see multiple people here have put Final Fantasy XIV as a game they have played. Did an update come out, or is everyone just still Final Fantasy XIV sick?
An update came out.
Okay.
A week before, or 2 weeks before Christmas. And then the new raid tier came out this last Tuesday, and I am I'm a raid head. And
right.
So the first 30 hours of it, I was on a call with a bunch of people trying to clear as fast as they could, devising strats for them. So, It was a fun not sleeping time.
That happens to all of us. I actually had a really good night's sleep last night. Which is the first time, I think, in a really long time. But I did find out that I was asleep for about an hour on a Discord call with friends. Which I did not intend that to happen. But it's nice that I slept at night. That's sort of the nice thing that happened.
Yeah. But Jackson's also an expansion behind.
Interesting.
I'm getting
Speak
there.
on that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm faltering. I have almost 400 hours in the game. I'm still not caught up at all. I just keep doing... I do a lot of side content, and then I get wrapped up playing dress up, where I'm like, what is a Reaper? What does this Reaper thing do? What is the Reaper quest line? And I just get sucked into that, and I absorb all the lore.
A lot of the job quests they've been putting out have been really cool. The Reaper stuff is great.
I just got to the point in Endwalker. Spoilers for expansion that came out in the middle of lockdown. Anyway, I got to the alchemists in Endwalker that are looking for a cure to a disease.
Oh hell yeah.
And just like at that point I was like, hey, when did this expansion come out to the point where we have a group of alchemists looking for a vaccine to something?
Yep. And not just alchemists, cool elephants.
Yeah, like elephant people, and like we're in Endwalker goes from you pull up to fantasy Greece and you end up in fantasy Southeast Asia.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. It's fun times. It's okay. The next expansion you get to go to fantasy Peru and Mexico, and
that's also the one where you go to the moon, right? Or is that like a spoiler that I shouldn't mention?
That was Staubit's got.
Okay.
No, it's in the trailer.
I just know it's in the trailers.
I just know it's in the trailer.
They show the moon like in every expansion. There is somebody standing on the moon looking down at the world, or there's
someone's
got to
go to this fucking moon already.
We have to go to this moon right now.
I mean, what if you like killed a guy with a rock there?
That's what I feel like Endwalker is leading really up to. It's just, I'm going to go to the moon and I'm going to kill one of the Asians with a rock.
Oh, maybe, but we've got to befriend each other for when you get to that point, so I can join you for stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I originally started playing 14 because I had a group of friends that were like, yeah, we need somebody to play DPS when we do Savage raids. We're going to pay for your sub and you're going to be our dedicated DPS. I was like, am I being accosted right now? Like, this happened to me twice, though, because the first group of people paid for my sub, and the second group was like, oh, you already have a sub? We will pay for your homeworld transfer. We'll pay for everything. You still have to be our DPS in the Savage. I'm just like, I'm not getting anything out of this. I'm just being accosted by multiple groups of straight up multiple groups of women in 14 that are like, we need a DPS. Right. You will listen to us.
That's very much the Final Fantasy XIV experience.
Right. Being accosted
groups of women tricking you into joining savage groups, and then you go really, really hardcore, and then you also realize you're a woman.
It's just like Mesozoic in the chat says you are the token ally hire. That's true.
Yes.
you are the grumbler of the team. You're the grumbler.
Grumbler.
Yeah.
It's okay. Every group needs that token straight or token cis friend. Like,
yeah, hold on. Let's not go too far and say straight. Yeah, hold on a minute.
Okay, yeah, you're right. That was
put on the brakes.
But the last tier I rated, my raid group was like 7 trans women, and we could never find an 8th. But one of my friends kept filling with us. And he is like the straightest, whitest, like cissest guy ever. So it's like 7 like every raid group is 7 trans women and the token cis.
Exactly. The grumbler. You always need a grumbler in your team.
It's just how Final Fantasy XIV raiding works.
That's my understanding of it. Yeah. Nikolas, It says here that you have started your Fire Emblem training arc. Now, I want to say, as me, right now, as the only 3 houses expert in the world, I do want to hear you. I'm the only 3 houses expert in the world.
You're the only one who likes it.
I'll take a seat back. Excuse my 5 playthroughs. I'll sit back.
Oh, only 5? Only 5? Okay.
Yeah, my bad. Sorry, rookie numbers.
Okay. And so go. I would like to hear your thoughts. And remember, you're in here. You're in here with an expert, and I guess we can call Jackson a squire of this.
I polish your boots.
Don't get anything wrong. You're not going to get anything wrong.
Yes, sir.
Oh boy.
I'd like to hear your opinions.
Why are you looking at Nikolas when you say that? What the fuck?
I'm telling Nikolas, don't get anything wrong.
Oh, good.
Okay, so I have a bit of a story that leads to this. So
okay, all right.
Over the past few years, I've only seen Fire Emblem as an outsider. It wasn't a series that ever looked super appealing to me, but I've had a ton of friends who really like it. So I decided, okay, I guess I'll give it a shot, like, repeatedly, and I kept getting recommended games that I didn't like that made me come out liking the series less. The first one I tried was Genealogy, which did not feel good to play at all for my first one, and I thought, well, I don't like that, but you know what? It's just one game. Maybe a different one will be better, and someone else will recommend me a one that I like more later. And then a couple months after that, I got recommended 3 Houses by a friend, and I tried it then, and this was back. And
I'm sorry.
The issue was I didn't like it because I picked the house and did everything they told me to, because I was like, well, I should listen to someone who's experienced with this game. And they were really like annoyed that I didn't want to do what they like suggested I do.
Interesting.
And that was just like, man, I don't want to play this if they're just going to be annoyed when I But it was still like, I don't have experience in this series at all, so I should probably like ask them for thoughts and help or like figuring it out, because you know, a game with like permadeath where I don't know what anything really means specifically is like, oh man, I should probably just play a different game for this instead of letting myself get overwhelmed by this one. So then,
well, it only has permadeath if you want it to have permadeath. That's the thing.
Yeah, but they recommended I play on one of the harder difficulties to get a better like understanding of how the series operates, since getting rid of that was only a recent thing. Then earlier this year, I asked around, okay, what are some of like the best strategy games to play to study as I'm making my own, right? What are some of the best ones I can pull from for like character design or map design or balancing or like learning how to create engaging difficulty, you know, stuff like that. And one that I got recommended a lot was Conquest. And I tried Conquest and I liked the gameplay, but it was also really obnoxiously difficult for me as someone who didn't have any experience with the series, and I wasn't having fun with how I was playing it. So I decided, okay, I'm not going to play this now. I'm going to play different Fire Emblems and learn how this series works so I can go back to Conquest and actually study it in the way that it was recommended to me for. So after I finished college and I graduated at the end of this year, I started playing Blazing Blade, and I had fun with it. It was a really basic game. Not basic in a bad way, but like there's basically no customization. Every unit exists to do the one thing. It's pretty linear. I don't think there was like, I don't know, anything I like missed or whatever, just because it's a pretty easy game to wrap your head around. I even like specifically, one of my friends gave me like a game that had the save information on it, but had all the files deleted, so that way I could just not have to do Lin normal mode, which is just a bunch of tutorials. I just did hard mode, so I could get past that and just play the maps without the game explaining to me, here is what a weapon is. You use the weapon to kill people when you're trying to defeat them in the video game. But I thought it was fun.
What's a weapon?
Yeah, I think I only understand weapons in terms of certain shapes. Could you explain that to me?
Well, there's one shape. It looks kind of like... Okay, so it's this really long shape, but there's like a tiny pointy thing at the end. They call that one a lance. Some people will call it a spear, but that's not what it is in the game.
Interesting. Right? Okay.
And there's
so it's like a member of NSYNC.
Oh god, how do I explain this? Okay, so like imagine a circle and it has a stick attached to it, and it's got like two semicircles butting into it. That's called an axe. Have you ever heard of an axe?
Mm-hmm.
No, but I do know how to play hoop and stick.
Surely.
So we'll call that the hoop and stick. The hoop and stick is effective against lances. All right, but it's not effective against the swords. Now the swords are really long sticks; they don't have the hoop. All right, this is different from the stick with the.
So it's like
what about the other What about the other long stick with the pointy end? Is that also a sword?
No. See, this is
so
why the series sucks because
the sword is good against everything, is what you're telling me. The sword's good against everything.
Yeah, you should use it against everything. Don't worry about it. Well, see, that's how Three Houses work, because it doesn't have the weapon triangle.
It doesn't, but it does sort of still encourage it through passive effects.
Yeah, through the abilities you unlock. But I like Blazing Blade, and so what happened was not earlier this year, but like in December, around Christmas time, I sent the special edition stuff I had for a completely unrelated game to a friend in the mail because I didn't want it anymore. I didn't like the game, and I was like, just here, take the art book. I don't want this in my house anymore. Who cares? And then, like a week later, I got back in the mail his copy of Three Houses.
Interesting.
And it came with a little note that said, like, enjoy your slop game. I was like, okay. So I guess he also had a thing he just wanted to not deal with in his house that he threw my way. But I started playing it, and it turns out when I pick the house I want and I do things on my own, I enjoy it a lot more than when I'm just listening to someone who's telling me what I should be doing that I'm listening to because I'm worried that I'm doing things wrong.
Who'd you go with?
And this time I went with Claude because I like Claude a lot.
Okay.
He's a fun personality.
Yeah. It's
that is kind of the best way to start in that.
Kind of. I do think the Black Eagles route is probably is from the
worst.
Jump probably will. No, it's it's really, really strong is the thing. Now I do think it's like
absolute dog.
Let me talk. God, I got a whole thing prepared and I'm breaking. Anyways, I was trying to say, I do think it's like a good idea to start with Black Eagle just because it's so much different from the rest of it. But but then also it sets a different expectation for what the other runs are going to be.
Good.
The Golden Deer one is really interesting because it's fine, but it's also exactly the church route because it was supposed to be something else entirely, and then they just completely scrapped that, and it's just like, well, what the fuck else are we gonna do? It's really strange. It's really, really strange.
I have heard because I've talked with other people who've played this game about this game, because you do that when you're playing a game for the first time. And I've heard a lot of people say something to the effect of, wow, Claude sure would have been a really good character if they finished writing him. Sort of.
I think, because he has very direct motivations, right? He's very upfront about, hey, I really want people to view my nation as human beings. You know what I mean? And then that just sort of never becomes the point of his story. The point of his story is, let's just go fight the bad guys that everyone else is fighting. And it's really strange because it's one of those things where it feels like they have something else they want to do and they just couldn't get a chance to do it. And I do think Claude is a strong character, and I do find it really interesting whenever he shows up in the other routes because he's the most he's like the least straight-laced of the characters, so he always has this very interesting air of what the fuck is this guy up to? What is he going to do compared to all the other ones who are very like Edelgard and Dimitri comparatively very direct in their motivations and what they want to do.
Yep.
I keep thinking, man, I wish Claude got his own game instead of having to share it with.
It would be really cool. It would be really cool if he finally got a game
instead of talking in a wall all the time that just looks like a person. I hate how nothing Byleth is. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, let's not say Byleth is nothing. Byleth is
that's why
fishing.
you play Fire Emblem Three Hopes. It's not only a good Dynasty Warriors game, it's got good writing.
This game has good writing. Hilda exists and she's funny. Hilda is the good writing of this game.
You should see her in Three Hopes.
I still don't play Three Hopes. I gotta play Three Hopes. It's the kind of thing where it's like, hey, I said a Three Houses expert is what I said. Okay, I know what I said. No, the difference between me and Lorelai is whenever I see Muso combat, I just completely bounce off of it.
Scott is the expert on Fire Emblem. I'm the expert on Dynasty Warriors.
Of course, yeah. So how far have you made it in? Have you finished your playthrough? Like, you planning on starting another one, or what's going on?
I've made it to the chapter directly after the mock battle between all the houses.
Okay, so you barely started the game.
Yeah, I barely started, and I'm like 25 hours in because of how much of the fucking monastery I have to do. Is it like That's chapter exciting. 8 or 9 that I'm on? I don't remember numerically. Because I don't mean the mock one that happens when you directly start the game.
No, there's the mock battle it builds up to. No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's like, I don't remember when exactly it is. That's been a long time since I've played it. But it's like it's like right before all the stuff like really starts to pop off at the halfway point. Because that's the moment where it's like all the everyone is finally fighting against each other and everything starts to like simmer to a bit of a boil. You know what I mean?
The rising tension and all.
Exactly. I've been playing mostly. I've been doing the thing I've been threatening to do for a really long time. And I think it's the thing a lot of people have been threatening to do for a long time. And they finally, and for some reason, this happens to everyone. They eventually find a moment and they lock in and they make it happen, which is playing through all of Warframe.
Oh, God.
Playing every Warframe quest and getting caught up with everything. I was a founder in Warframe. I played like in the closed beta, so it's an interesting coming back to it every now and then and seeing like, oh, they added like, not only did they add a shitload of new quests, but also they've completely reworked the structure of this map. So the quest layout is completely different. Some things are totally fucked. Other things are fine. My map is weirdly disconnected in a bunch of ways that it shouldn't be, like in impossible ways. But most of it's filled out, so it's fine. I gotta completely fill it out so I can go on the Steel Path. And the Steel Path is, of course, the harder version of the circuit, which is part of the Deviri Paradox. And also, the Deviri Paradox is, I don't know if anyone's interested, if anyone knows that much about the Deviri Paradox, that it's sort of the subworld that the Drifter, which is one of the two consciousnesses that your player character plays as, the Drifter and the Operator, who are essentially the same person, but not really. That's where the Drifter has been stuck sort of for centuries and has been going through a cycle of torture and death and rebirth until, of course, they finally solved the Deviri Paradox and are able to escape that. But you can still go back and play it if you want to.
Yeah. I still thinking about Warframe now. I can only just see Werner Herzog going, "Let's go, Tenno." Just that fucking ad kills me every time I see it.
It was the oh my god,
the Game Awards, the Keelys.
Yes.
Just Werner Herzog coming out and talking about fucking Warframe and using Warframe words.
It was a lot of Werner Herzog that brought a lot of people back for sure. And I know he's playing, and I know he's got like mastery rank 28 right now or something. So he's doing great. He's his clan hall looks crazy. Anyways, so I caught up on all the story quests. The interesting thing is that so every single time they come out with one of these major quests, it's always alongside some new game type. Some of them for the open world areas that they had started, and then other ones are like, here's a replayable game mode that you can play over and over again. So there's this level of not only do I have to play through these story quests in order to catch up and then get to where we are now, because, I did want to eventually play 1999, but also there's this level of, okay, not only have I played these story quests, but also I think I need to do a little bit of grinding in some of these places, because they were specifically designed to have huge gaps in between them, so anyone can just hop in and be like, okay, now I can waste hundreds of hours doing this grind specifically to get this specific warframe or this gear that I can only get doing this. And as someone who's a new person, unlocking all of these one after another, it is brutal. It is so horrifying. I went through the grind to get a mech, which is apparently very necessary for a lot of big endgame content, because at one point I did just jump into a random railjack mission, and I didn't realize that a lot of people were using mechs in it, because there are parts where you can't use your warframe. You're not allowed. So as soon as we got to those parts, I didn't have a mech, and I just became a little child. I was a little child running around, and I felt so bad. That I just left the mission entirely. It was like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone.
You abandoned your team.
I didn't even intend to join this. It was an accident. I hit join any mission. I meant to click on a specific one. It just put me in there. I don't even know why or how it did. But it's okay. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Anyways.
It's okay. It's just a little guy. It's your birthday. You're trying your best.
I am trying my best. I did catch up on all the latest ones. I finished the old piece. I finished the main quest of 1999, and most of what I've been doing right now is just grinding in the 1999 quests so I can unlock more reputation with them, so I can keep doing AOL instant messages with them, because I wanna do that whole thing. That was basically the whole reason I came back in the first place, was to do the 99 stuff. So that's the grind I'm focused on. But I've also been doing as many other minor grinds as I can at the same time. I spent a lot of time getting a very specific nav coordinate that I needed to unlock a warframe that came out 9 years ago.
Oh my god.
And that took me hours.
That's warframe.
That took me days. And I finally got the system today. It wasn't even Limbo, it was Mesa. I got Limbo forever ago. Limbo has been that's been in the archive. I'm just putting that one away. But yeah, no, it's been fun going back to you. It came at a time where I really, really needed a podcast game, where I really needed something to just completely zone out on and watch numbers go up. So Warframe has been good for that, but it has also unfortunately overtaken pretty much everything else I was playing. Yeah. And I was trying to play stuff to especially catch up, because we have Game of the Year coming up very, very soon. And then there was a couple things I really wanted to get off my plate as soon as I could. I started Avowed. Avowed seems great. Barely got into it.
Yeah.
It seems really cool. I like walking around with Garrus again, because they have the first companion you get has Garrus's voice actor from Mass Effect. You know what I mean?
Oh,
it's nice. I like talking to him again. He's fun.
It's Gary.
He's here.
I love Gary.
but I just haven't touched it since. I got a new computer. I'm Mr. New PC, and I haven't even, like, gone and played super intense graphically games. I'm playing fucking Warframe. What's my problem? What do I do? How do I fix this? They framed me.
I mean, I spend half my time playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I could play that on a fucking toaster, so...
It's the MMO's curse. It's the MMO's curse.
The MMO curse.
Hey, we've got a 10-year-old game. It still needs to play on what it launched on, so have fun.
We're playing new games. We all beforehand, before we started recording, we talked about how we're all back on that 76 grind set.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also an old game with...
I haven't played that much of Fallout 76. I've only played it because... So, this is a good segue. The Fallout TV show, the latest season came out, and one of my friends, while watching it, has decided, I want to get back into a Fallout game. And I was like, hey, you should play Fallout London. It's really, really good. But then he's like, but then I'd have to buy Fallout 4, and he, sometimes that's sometimes that can be expensive. And he got Fallout 76 for like $3. And it's like, you're going to play Fallout 76, aren't you? And he did. He started it. So I've been getting back into it. And I still hate it. It's so bad. Oh, it's so rough. I really don't care for that game at all. But it's fine for just mindlessly running around with a buddy.
It's much better than it used to be.
It is. It's so funny. It's so funny walking up to people and talking to them, because I played at launch where that didn't exist, and every single one of them is like, oh yeah, I got here recently. And I'm like, yeah, I know, you weren't here before. Like, they have to come up with a story reason for why they didn't have NPCs at launch.
They were just trying to figure it out. See, like the normal reaction to the new season of the Fallout TV show is, I want to play a Fallout game again. For some reason, my brain went, wow, the Fallout TV show is still doing what it did the first season, where it's serviceable and whatever. I want to get back into Magic the Gathering because I have Fallout cards.
Sure.
And now I'm back into Magic, and I bought the Final Fantasy expansion and stuff, and I'm collecting those now again.
Those cards are so fucking pretty.
I'm like, what is wrong with my brain where I'm like, the first instinct of TV show, I have to play Magic.
I'm glad I don't have that instinct. And also, I hate the Fallout show. I really do. I'm trying to be cool about it. You know what I mean? I'm trying to be normal. But
I understand why people like it, but
Me too.
There are, like, I did not like the first season because I tried watching it with my girlfriend, and she was just like, what the fuck is going on? Because the first season, they, like, expected you to have experience with Fallout. Like, they expected you to know shit already. Mm-hmm. And my girlfriend was just like, I don't fucking get any of this shit. I hate this. And it made me realize, like, yeah, I'm enjoying parts of this. I think the actors are really good, but everything there around them is just like,
it's a strong cast. It's a strong cast. I want to be nice about a show I don't like. I liked in the first season that a lot of the humor was very punctually written. Like, they had a really, really whoever was working Punch Up on that has, like, really strong comedic chops. That was fine. I hated the world that they were in so much. Because it's this, like, there's this thing about Fallout where it's like, the world that they set up is so interesting and unique, and you can bring so many different things creatively to it from like any of the new, like from any perspective. And this is why I've been evangelizing Fallout London so much, is like they went to an entirely different place and were like, we're not even going to fucking mention vaults. There's no such thing as vault tech here. This is just an entirely different place that exists and has its own things going on because of what happened. And that is so strong in and of itself. It sets up a bunch of interesting factions. It sets up, like, it sets up a very, very unique place, like considering like what London is and how it's shaped, and it's like, oh, this is cool. We like, you gotta give this a shot. So whenever I come back to a Bethesda Fallout, and it's like, and it's just like, we just made a whole bunch of the like least interesting decisions possible. It's like, what are you people doing? I don't like the second season at all because it does the thing the first season does, which is it intentionally scales back the scope of the world in order to be about like just a few things, and they're setting it in New Vegas as well, which, you know, I love New Vegas, obviously, but it's like, but like, there's a difference between like, I'm trying not to like evangelize it too much or treat it like, you know, it's some like holy text that you could never come back to, because I would love to see what people like, what unique stuff they do with this. And all they have done so far has basically just been like using the aesthetics of it without actually engaging with any of the things that happen in New Vegas. Like, okay, we have the Legion here, and we come up with a pretty unique idea for the Legion, which is that they're having some sort of like civil infighting over something that's ultimately very trivial. And that's interesting. That's fine. That's funny even. But you've also taken like, and also I think it's fine if like the major faction, one of the major factions of New Vegas is also like, after having lost so tremendously, is scaled down so huge. I think that's fine, but it's like a joke for an episode.
Right.
Like, they show ghouls that are wearing kings outfits because they don't want to have to engage with who the kings are. All they say, well, I guess they're dead now. It's this thing where all it wants to do is take the aesthetics of New Vegas, right? And it doesn't want to have to deal with the fact that like the NCR are still a major like faction that exists. Because as far as the show is concerned, they've blown up Shady Sands. The Brotherhood killed what was left of NCR like in one battle at the end of the season 1. So the NCR is just dead now, and that like completely doesn't actually parse with like what the NCR is. The NCR wasn't a single town. It was like most of the entire like Western Seaboard, like the western side of the fucking United States. They had tons and tons of land, tons of settlements. So why are they just gone? That's right. They went with Lonesome Road's worst ending, which even in that is like, you're dropping a nuke on like part of the world, not everything.
Right. It's interesting because you can tell that for the Fallout show, Bethesda is working very close with the writers because they're getting rid of everything that Obsidian wrote for Fallout. And they're doing the opposite of what CD Projekt Red did for Cyberpunk, where it's like they make Cyberpunk and they have this really interesting world that already like extrapolates on a lot of existing like tabletop rule sets and whatnot. You get Edge Runners, which Edge Runners, instead of being like, let's take this world and make it ourselves, is how do we play within the confines of this setting? Where the Fallout TV show is, how do we take this setting and make it our own? And it's weird because they're also trying to do the Cyberpunk thing of like, after Edge Runners came out, they updated 2077 to have Edge Runners stuff and make it canon and make it like integrate naturally, as opposed to you now have the ghoul from the TV show in 76 being a canon character that exists in Ohio.
It's not even just that he's a canon character. He's the first character you see in the game now.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
really?
when you load up 76,
Yes.
he's on the front menu screen. It's like, I don't know if it's actually like Walter Goggins or it's like a really good.
It is Walter Goggins. It is him.
So yeah, no, he's like,
They got the Goggies. Fuck.
Goggins is now 100% canon to the Fallout games because they also did this thing in Fallout Shelter where you have a narrative gameplay line in Fallout Shelter where you play as, I forget Ella Purnell's character, Lucy or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You play as her in Fallout Shelter, and you're doing things before she left the vault in Fallout Shelter. So it's like, okay, these characters are canon now to Fallout lore,
right?
But the show isn't the exact lore of the game. So are you trying to retcon a bunch of stuff? Because like also in the show, they dropped Deathclaws in Alaska.
Right.
They never did that.
I didn't even want to get into that because like that scene fucking isn't. It was like one of those moments where I'm just like, what are you people doing? like I'm trying not my brain is trying not to just be like a fucking I'm a fan, but you guys are getting the lore wrong. I'm trying not to be that, but it's this situation where they're introducing an enemy that only happens because of the nuclear fallout, and it now exists before that.
Me pushing up my glasses. So the Deathclaws were bioweapons developed by the U.S. government to send into China, and they only sent them to China. But when the nukes dropped, these facilities were compromised, and Deathclaws got out and started like becoming a species on the West, like in the United States of America at that time. Like they started breeding and growing their populations. So they exist in the United States of America, and some may exist in what was known as China. Dropping them in Alaska, you are now retconning Operation Anchorage because there was no Deathclaws in Operation Anchorage. Operation Anchorage is where we first deployed in the Fallout universe Liberty Prime. That's where Liberty Prime showed up to fight against the communists in Alaska, and that's why Liberty Prime exists. Liberty Prime, for all I know, doesn't fucking exist in the TV show.
They're gonna show. He has to show up. They're gonna. Oh, yeah. They have to do the big thing where he shows. Here's my speculation. They're gonna have Liberty Prime walk up and blow up the Lucky 38.
Just blow up the strip. Just like Liberty Prime's gonna show up.
He's gonna stomp around all over it.
I had this talk about season 1 when it came out where I was like, it feels like the writers of this show only played New Vegas in 4. Like they don't understand.
That is 100%.
Like they don't understand that there is 4 games that came before this. Like there's Fallout 1, Fallout 2, and then the other Fallout 2, and then 3. You have more material to work with and more things to work with. It's also fucked up because insane. It's like I don't know. Like they're really, really trying to hammer in a retcon, and now like it has been confirmed that they're making remakes of 3 in New Vegas.
Right.
So it's just like, are those going to be remakes in terms of like, are we going to pull a Final Fantasy VII in which we change the narrative?
It would be so strange if they just make major changes to those games. I hope not, but also they've been very, very forward with saying like, yeah, the Fallout TV universe is the canon universe at this point, which is just strange. It's strange. I don't even want to get into like. Oh, you mentioned like the Brotherhood for a second, and my entire all the neurons in my brain lit up because like in the first season I was largely fine with how they were handled. I wasn't like super like, oh, it's so much more interesting if they're isolationists. It's like, okay, at this point in like the timeline or whatever, they're expanding out, they're becoming militarized. That's what they're doing, and that's what they're doing in 3 and 4. That's what they want to do with this. That's fine. But they do a good job of highlighting this is a very cultish situation. And also like these are like very diehard evangelists who are still like trying to collect technology because that's sort of their big thing, while also just like doing whatever in the waste because they think that's what's right. How they've been handled so far in season 2 is dog shit stupid, and I hate every single time they're on screen. It sucks so badly. They've just decided, okay, now they're actually all dumb meatheads. The only people in the Brotherhood that are left are just a couple factions that are all like stupid and squibbling for power, and they're all small except for the Commonwealth ones. Those are the really good ones. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Why do we have these? Why is the faction that went out to the fucking northeast suddenly the most important and most powerful faction that's ever existed in like Fallout, in the entire Fallout universe?
Because I'm kind of really glad I haven't watched the second season yet, because it sounds like dog water.
It
sounds like they hired the writers from Fire Emblem 3 Houses.
Okay, well, you're just being mean today for no reason.
It's like, it's Bethesda getting very involved in the writing process. The writers only playing New Vegas in 4, and also now with this weird shift of like Fallout poster child went from you are an individual living in this world to now everything I see merchandise wise for Fallout is power armor, is Brotherhood of Steel power armor. I went into a GameStop yesterday because I was bored and curious, and I walk in. There is no Vault Tech merch. There is no like the signature like blue whatever. It is all power armor. They are selling
That's crazy
plushy pillows of the power armor helmet. That is the new Fallout thing.
It's probably more marketable than like Vault Boys, because those were never like that interesting. It's like a symbol, you know what I mean?
But like those are cool. I have Vault Boy bobbleheads on my shelf because I think they look cool and interesting, and it's like inquisitive of that era. Because when I think of Fallout, I think of like the 50s, 60s, like retro future aesthetic. But now when I look at Fallout, it's hardcore military power armor. We're trying to be like Halo. Like this weird shift of tone in what these games used to be, of like you are role playing in an apocalyptic setting to you are now the strongest guy in what is left of America. Go find your son.
It's so rough. It's so rough. The thing I've largely disliked about the way the world of Fallout is represented in the show is like, and I think I mentioned it before, but it tries to highlight like the worst aspects of like a post-apocalypse. Like everyone is an irredeemable asshole. Everyone's trying to kill each other. It's like no, that's not what Fallout has historically been. Fallout historically has been like, oh yeah, we've sort of like rebuilt and like civilization is, you know, starting to show up. And it's like they try to do that in bits and pieces with the way they've represented Shady Sands, and then of course they blew it up because that's the plot of the show is a bunch of middle managers from Vault Tech are still really, really important, even though that's what they've really ignored doing in the rest of the Fallout like universe, even in 3 and 4. Like the whole point is like these people fucked up everything. They ruined the world, and now they're all gone, and we, like, have to live with the ramifications of it. But instead, the sort of thing that the Fallout show posits is like, yeah, but what if they were still around and still the ones trying to make decisions? It's like, who gives a fuck? Really?
I appreciate you trying to make social commentary out of my video game show, but that's not what I want. I want Harold and Bob. I want to see the weird shit. Like, I want to see super mutants fighting death claws. I want to see the lone wanderer walking around having little misadventures. Has anybody here heard of a YouTube show called Nuka Quest?
No, I haven't watched that.
Nuka Quest is a YouTube. It was like an early 2010s into like 2013, 2015. They made a show called Fallout Nuka Quest, where it is based off one of the vaults, where it is a vault that they got addicted to Nuka-Cola, and when the Nuka-Cola runs out, they start killing each other. So one of the guys from the vault leaves to go find more Nuka-Cola. And like he leaves the vault, and you expect like a guy addicted to soda. He is heavy set. He's like has horrible like blood sugar levels and whatnot, and that's his whole bit throughout the entire series is like, I need Nuka-Cola. I need Nuka-Cola because I love it so fucking much. And it's a perfect example of like, how do we take this setting and make something inside of it that makes sense? And like, it's fun. It works because around the same time, New Vegas was getting super popular. So they incorporated New Vegas elements, and they're filming in the middle of the fucking Mojave Desert, and they're having fun doing it, and they're making their own little stories and whatnot. And like, they incorporate a story about an NCR ranger, and it makes sense. And I'm like, I'm scared if this Amazon multi-million-dollar Fallout show tries to write something about anything with an NCR ranger, we're going to get Chris Kyle in the Fallout universe.
Right.
Oh, God.
So it's like this YouTube show does a much better job working with this IP than Amazon does. It's crazy.
You want to know what's so fucked? And I don't want to like super hype it up because it's like, it was made by people. I don't want to say I don't want to overgeneralize who made it, because it was made by an animator who's been doing a bunch of things. Who's been doing like Halo and Fallout animations and stuff for a while. But he did like a fully voiced 40-minute animation of the Battle of Helios 1, where like the NCR are like trying to capture Helios 1 from the few Brotherhood guys that are there. And it's like, it's such a like well put together, interesting, compelling video. It's like there's a whole bunch of like really sick action in it. It comes a little bit from the side of like Fallout people who are like, oh, we fucking love the fucking military shit, yes. And there's like that aspect of it, but it's like, fuck it, let fans create their fan creations. But it's like, I think about that compared to an episode of the Fallout show, and it's like, dude, there's a reason J.E. Sawyer is retweeting this and not telling you to watch Fallout. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, it's good too. It's dumb in terms of like, you know, like a big dumb action thing is, but at least it's like trying to tell it's trying to show you an interesting story that already exists in the Fallout universe and putting its own unique spin on it. Like, there are characters, if you've played New Vegas, who show up in it, and it's like, because most everyone wears masks, like, you don't immediately recognize it, but it's like, it's very high res and everything. So it's like, oh shit, that's Colonel Cassandra Moore. She's here to do war crimes. Let's go.
Yes! We're gonna see some horrible shit in the next 10 minutes.
Yes.
It's I always say this about shows or movies that take really big IP that are kind of hard to condense, which is, it should have been an anthology. I feel like
kinda, yeah, that would have been really interesting.
Like, in my head, I'm like, when they announced like a Fallout TV show, I was like, oh cool, every episode's gonna be about like a different aspect of the world, and we're gonna get like these interesting characters and references. Like, I can see them doing like, yeah, let's do an episode talking about the institution and how like they hold over Boston and the Brotherhood of Steel struggling with that, or like an NCR recruit going through the training and like you see them rise in the ranks, and at the end it's their death at the Battle of Helios. Like, that would have been a cool episode.
Yeah. There's part of an episode in season 2 that starts with one of the characters from season 1 coming back. And he has at this point started, he's occupied a Sunset Sarsaparilla factory with a whole bunch of children, and they're working day in and day out to remove all of the bottle caps for all of the bottles that are there. So he has a huge supply of money, and it's like a parasitic relationship, basically. He's like, these kids have nowhere else to live, and they're just happy to have a roof over their head. I'm gonna do child labor with them. And it's like, that's a fun premise for something you could do in Fallout. And it just becomes like, you know, like, that isn't explored further. That just sort of becomes the backdrop for when the actual story comes in and tramples all over that. It's like, man, I really wish you just told small stories in this universe. It wouldn't even be that hard to do with the current setup, because you have right now you just have the two main characters wandering around from place to place in New Vegas, and it's like they could go to fucking. I mean, in the first episode they go to Novak, but Novak is taken over by the Khans for some reason, and that's just an excuse for them to not have to deal with like them
anything
living
interesting
in Novak. Novak isn't even really that interesting in terms of like Fallout's. It's the place that has the giant dinosaur in it, but it's like, you know, if the Khans hadn't taken over, then Boone would probably be there, and it would be, you know, it would be weird if they had to deal with Boone there. So why not just make it so all of the memorable places in Fallout New Vegas are completely overrun or destroyed? That way they don't have to deal with the consequences of anything.
Yeah.
The retcons. We're gonna get the Fallout New Vegas remake, and now like Nipton's taken over by the Khans. You go to Novak, and there's no like Yuri Lowenthal character that's like, yeah, I won the lottery. Like all that shit's gone.
It's tough. I don't like that show.
You know, I like the sad thing is like, yeah, you said it. Like both the first season at least did feel like there were a bunch of little stories.
There's good parts
that
of
if they had just broken those off as their own like episode, would have been really good. Could have been really interesting. But
I think the way the Fallout show starts, following Lucy as a part of this vault, that's like, and just like following Vault daily life is so much more interesting than the rest of that show. Like the rest of that season. Like when the raiders come in and they like, you know, aren't immediately trying to kill everyone. And it's like, and she's like hitting on them and stuff. All of that stuff's great. That's awesome. We need more of that. But what?
We could
very
talk about this for hours.
We can talk about this for too long.
Yeah,
we should move on.
Let's move on.
I would like Nikolas. You have a bunch of topics on your topics. Hit me with whatever you want.
Whatever I want.
Whatever you want.
I'm trying to think of what would. Part of the reason there's so many is because this is everything that I've played since the last time I was on here. But I don't know what would fit best.
That's fair. If you can't pick one, may I ask a question?
Save for people who aren't here. What is
Jackson asked that question.
We were just talking about how like we don't really care for the Fallout TV show because of what's going on with it. You wrote down, I played Mother 3. I really did not like Mother 3. So let's continue this. Continue this trend of like why do you not enjoy this media? What is up with Mother 3
what's
that
your
you
problem?
do not enjoy? Yeah, what's your problem?
Yeah.
Hang on, I think can you hear me just fine still?
No, take your time, it's fine. Yes, we can hear you.
We're here.
Audible? No, I'm not. Okay, my Wi-Fi's been freaking out
we hear you.
for no reason whatsoever.
I've been noticing you've been disconnecting and reconnecting from the video.
Yeah,
but you're here now. You are fully here and looking pretty.
You're here to answer the question. You can't dodge the question.
Yeah, no more dodging this.
Well, which one was the question you wanted to ask?
The Mother 3.
Oh. I made not really dare, but I get a deal with a friend where I would play Mother 3 in exchange for them playing Kingdom Hearts Days, because those are both short, portable RPGs that we find the stories of very important and valuable to us. And when I was playing through Mother 3, my whole thought, the entire time was just, this is, I'm trying to think of what the best way to put it is. Because my feelings of it on the whole were that it felt like it thought it was a lot more novel than it actually was, I guess. Because when you go into the Mother series, what you think about is that it's this weird, quirky, subversive RPG that's baked into its identity, that instead of any setting that is typical for the genre, like the ancient fantasy kingdom, or the sort of weird sci-fi setting, that wasn't super typical back when it was in its heyday, but that started picking up really quickly in the PS1 generation as a more popular outlet, and even then before that it still popped up sometimes. I think Was Star Ocean, did that start before PS1 or was that first on PS1? I don't remember if one was an SNES game or not.
Star Ocean
2
I'm pretty
was
sure
a
it
I'm
was
pretty
PS1.
sure it was on the
PS1.
NES.
I don't think it was that. But the point
Star
is
Ocean
that...
in 1996.
Okay, that's a lot earlier than I thought it was. But the point is, it feels like... Because, like, again...
Yeah, it was on the Famicom. That's what
really?
it was.
Damn.
Yes.
It's like, baked into its identity, it's weird and subversive. Back when those were the kinds of big settings, it was just in a town, and it was just RPG stuff in the town. It has this offbeat sense of humor where it's like, oh, you got to sit there and you got to wait for a couple minutes in front of a waterfall when nothing happens in order to progress the game. Because, like, just blocking your path, there's just a pencil, so you have to get a pencil over it. Like, it's got its own style of humor, and I get that, but I think the interesting thing about Mother 3 is that it's coming in after that sort of aesthetic and that sort of humor just became how the genre normally operates. So it's like, wow, these enemy ideas are like sprites or whatever, like the fucking new age retro hippie or whatever, like, that's weird, that's funny, and then a couple generations later, it's like, oh yeah, check this out. This is the ragtime mouse. You have to attack the X's and O's to indicate if the question is right. It's like, RPGs feel like they got so much weirder in the time frame that it took Mother 3 to come out because it was delayed from being an N64 game during an era which it would have been more striking in its subversion because it would have been like one of 4 games on the N64 that were an RPG. Because there was like that hypothetical game that didn't get released. There was like Quest 64, and then like, wasn't there like Caveman Chronicles or something on it? Or am I getting the name confused with some other Chronicles thing on the
Yeah,
N64?
you're definitely getting the name confused, because Aiden Chronicles is the Suikoden thing from like last year.
No, maybe it was Aiden Chronicle, or like something similar to something to where no, I'd get confused because I know there was a recent thing similar to that. It was like,
right.
But the point is, I don't feel like nothing really gripped me with the humor and setting because it just felt like it was punching air the whole time.
Yeah, there's something really like toothless about making an enemy called the retro new age hippie when that's like most of TikTok nowadays.
Well, like, that's funny back in like the SNES era because that's weird and that's out there and that's
what a strange thing that no one could possibly be so weird as that.
Okay, I guess I won't talk about this anymore.
What?
Well, no, I'm just joking. Yeah,
we're good.
Like, I'm trying to explain, but like it. I don't know. That completely killed my momentum with this. Honestly.
I'm sorry. Bro. It's okay.
But it's like it doesn't feel striking. It feels like it's just trying to be weird by doing stuff that other games would have already done. Or it's like it doesn't feel like it wants to be the kind of game that it is. It feels like almost ashamed that it's an RPG and that it's trying to like go, isn't this wacky? Isn't this weird and quirky? Isn't this confusing? And like, that's not what it is trying to do. What it's trying to do is it's like a game about grief and loss, and it's trying to communicate that by like conveying a world that is the feeling of you go home after a funeral and you open your mail and the only letters you get are like coupons for McDonald's and nothing like about your grief or empathy or anything like that. It's just like a weird and uncomfortable world and setting to be in where everything surrounding that internal turmoil and grief is weird and out there and crazy and confusing and funny. And it like makes this really irreverent tone that makes the feelings of grief hit a lot more, but it doesn't feel like it's doing anything out there enough. Its combat is extremely basic. Its enemies are like about on the same level as just a bunch of Final Fantasy games. Like the average enemy in Mother 3 is probably no weirder than the average enemy in Final Fantasy VII. The soundtrack is like a normal RPG soundtrack. It's got a lot of songs and they have a lot of weird BPMs because the way to make combat hard in that game is just make it hard to do the timing minigame because it doesn't have like any other depth otherwise. It feels so like just traditional in how it happens that it doesn't feel like it can really convey the feelings that it wants to me at least. It just feels like a normal RPG thinking, aren't we so weird? Isn't this so out there? When it's not. It's just telling a really traditional story. And when that wildness isn't really communicated, it just leaves a really kind of basic RPG story with really uninteresting and unengaging combat. And like nothing feels super stand out about it. It kind of punched in air because it came out a decade after it was supposed to.
I feel you on that. I'm with you. I'm with you in the sense that, like, when it comes to a lot of games like this, especially games that are like very humor focused, there's only so much where it's like it can feel like it's timeless. You know what I mean? And I feel like even like, you know, I hate to just jump to the most obvious contemporary comparison, but it's like I still see people talk about like Undertale being like this really timeless game because the writing is so strong and so funny, and then I go back to it and it's like, man, so many of these jokes just do not land. And it's like it's this thing where it's like our tastes, like, obviously our tastes change over time, but also if you're gonna come to like a lot of retro games, you have to come to them like within the context that they were released in. But that's so difficult for anything like humor focused in the first place.
Well, my problem with it isn't coming back to it in the context and release in, because like I'm trying to do that, but the context it released in was like, this was like after the PS1 era, during the PS2 era, when RPGs were like really getting weird, when RPGs were branching past the point of like what Mother and like Earthbound in particular were parodying and subversions of. So it feels, maybe it's because Mother 3 itself feels like it's going at somewhat of like trying to be a subversion of Earthbound itself. But in that case, it's just kind of like a hat on top of a hat, and I don't really care about one of the hats. Like maybe if I had played Earthbound itself, I would have like appreciated what Mother 3 did more. But I didn't really care all that much for, not in a bad way. It's just I tried it once and I was like, that's all right. I kind of get the point of this game, but I don't really want to stick with this too hard.
I feel you on that.
But like, I don't know. It just felt like kind of a tragedy of like, man, I wish this came out on a console that it was going to, where it would have been more interesting and relevant in the way that it exists. I feel bad for it. I feel bad that I don't really get to like it.
Jackson, I see you have put down here Final Fantasy Tactics Remake. This is a game I have been talking about way too much and over every outlet I can get on. I need to hear what you have to say.
I've never played Final Fantasy Tactics. I've not touched any of the tactics games.
Interesting.
So this is me going into it blind. You're going to be appalled with this decision. When I bought the remake, I didn't know it came with the original. So it sort of comes with the original. It sort of comes with the original, in that I saw that it sort of came with an original version, and I went, I'm going to play that one first before I touch the remake. So I paid full market price for the remake, and I went, oh, it comes with an OG port. Click. And I've been playing that one instead of the remake.
That's fine. That's why that exists. It was like, if you want to play it. But it's like, I do think one of the most interesting, well, it's also like a strange version of that as well, because it's like, it's not exactly the PS1 version. It sort of is, but also they completely changed the script to another that was from another release, was the PSP release, which has a whole bunch of other stuff that I know if I try and get into, I'm gonna sound fucking insane. So it's this thing where it's like, it's not exactly the original. It's not exactly an OG port. So it's like, I kind of don't understand why it exists. You know what I mean?
I guess it's just like, hey, you can play this one and see all the changes that we made in the remake and like all the new stuff. Because like I played 8 hours of that port that they have on there, and then I played an hour of the remake, and I went, wow, there's already like loads of new content they already added to give context to who this character is you are playing.
Right. That's the big major thing with the remake itself is like they added a whole bunch more incidental mid-battle dialogue, and a lot of it is like not only just restating everything that's happening so that like if you're trying to follow along with the story you don't get confused, but it's also like, hey, we're gonna really expand upon these characters. We're gonna really take this opportunity to add a whole bunch more characterization that we have going on. Like there was one moment in particular where my boy Ramza looks over to Mustadio and starts asking him, hey, what do you think about what's going on in this situation? In a scene that never existed in the original. And it's like, you've like, as soon as Mustadio joins your party, he basically stops talking in the like until you start doing the side quests for when you get Cloud. Cloud's in the game, by the way.
What?
Mr. Strife. Yeah, Cloud Strife. Yeah, he's there. And also, I do want to say there is like a really funny little thing about like the voice acting to it, because it's like they hired this cast of all of these voice actors that had, like are doing their best like English like British accents. You know, everyone sounds so posh. And then Cloud comes in, because Cloud is in this game. And he's just the voice actor from the FF7 remake doing the Cloud voice. It's like, man, that's so brilliant.
This works. This makes sense. It's I don't know. It's interesting in the 1 hour that I played remake that I already got context for that Ramza is not very liked by their siblings except for their half sister, and also that all of Ramza's siblings are half siblings because the leader of their house. His dad
liked to get around.
His dad liked to get around, and he on his deathbed to his other children went up to Ramza and went, "You are the best of us. Show them what it means to be a knight." I
like you the most.
And it's just like, oh, that's why Ramza left. That's why he fucked off and renounced his name and everything else going on. Because his siblings are probably pieces of shit too. Or later on I'll find out. But I'm like, in the original that I'm playing from the remake market version, I'm like, I had no idea that he had half siblings. I had no idea that this was happening.
That is strange because those scenes do exist in that game.
I know, but like I haven't gotten to those yet. They're so late.
I guess. Yeah.
They're so later on. As opposed to like the remake where they're like, we need to show this now so that way when you see Ramza at the school and he's like, yeah, let's do it, let's take him on, and somebody dies in front of him, it's like, yeah, no, this is the first time he's ever seen a person die.
Right.
Like this is the first time he's experiencing death in front of him, and also his dad died in front of him.
That scene where the battle where you fight and finally beat Meluda for good, and like you hear like the actual like resignation in like the timbre of Ramza's voice, and he's like why are we doing that? And then like they cuts to Delita and he's like, what have I become? And then the victory music starts playing. It's like it's really beautiful stuff. It's a remarkably well written game. That I think it's helped by an inclusion of a really strong voice cast. They're doing a great job characterizing these characters who in the original translation of this were practically incoherent. Which that translation does not even exist in the version you're playing.
Yeah. No, and it's like
you're playing the retranslated version that came out later.
I'm playing a retranslated version, and then when I played the remake in the opening scene where the knights are like, we gotta get out of here, I went, oh, these are women. These aren't, I thought these were a group of men protecting this person. No, it is mostly women, Ramza and 3 other sellswords that are here, and I went, oh, this game is feminist. This is interesting. There's a lot of women in this game.
You will care about Agrius Oaks.
God, I
have.
Agrius.
I have.
No, it's like I think this version of Final Fantasy Tactics is so close to being perfect. And the reason it's not is because it sort of just denies that the War of the Lions version, which is the PSP version, came out. And I think it's fine. I think it's totally fine if you want to cut some of the crossover characters that they had, right? I think it's totally fine if you want to remove Balthier from Final Fantasy XII. It's okay if he's not in it. It's fine if you want to remove Luso from Tactics Advance 2 or whatever. That, I get it. There are also a whole bunch of extra quests, like extra side quests in the War of the Lions version that are focused around the characters that are in your party, and it just removes all of that. There's a couple multiplayer modes that, you know, I don't think this game needed multiplayer, but those multiplayer modes also have like a whole bunch of extra high difficulty missions, which would be really interesting to include in a version of this game where it's like, hey, here's a whole bunch of extra content for you to play after the game once you have your end game save ready, because it does literally have like an end game save thing, you know? And then, but there's nothing for you to do after. There's no extra mode. And it's this thing where it's like, well, they already figured this out in a previous version of the game. They just decided not to include it in this one. And it's so strange to me, because it feels like such a layup. Like, you could have included a whole bunch of stuff that is like still in the game technically. Like they had to physically go and remove a whole bunch of stuff because they are just straight up using the same engine from War of the Lions. But it's like why did you feel like you didn't need to include stuff that people would want that wouldn't have been that difficult to include?
I
just
guess
don't understand
not to explain it, I guess, because now then it's like if you include up all that stuff, it's not, now you have people questioning like, where's War of the Lions? Where's our War of the Lions like remake? Why didn't you just bundle these two games together and like give context?
Why didn't they though?
Here's the thing though. I bought Tactics because I played the Final Fantasy Tactics raid series in 14, and I went, I don't understand what any of this means. This looks cool. I only know Ramza and stuff from 14. Yep, so when, after we did it all, and my group explained to me, like, yeah, no, these are characters that exist in Final Fantasy. This is from the Tactics games. And I was like, oh, I'll grab that and see what's up. And now playing Tactics, I go, what is going on? What the fuck is happening?
No,
what is this whole war series?
All of the Final Fantasy XIV like distillations with the raid series of like taking all of the Ivalice stuff where you have like Fran showing up and stuff like that, and she's just a regular character now. She shows up in more side content, but look, like
it's the same world.
You like have those. The current expansion. I just fought the fucking Doom train.
There you
outside
go.
of Trano, and it's the like goopy face Doom train from Final Fantasy VIII, and it's my favorite thing in the fucking world. I love when they do dumb shit like this, like. The Doom train grows giant glowing arms and starts flipping the train that you're fighting him on. Like, there's so much like dumb stuff in like 14 when they adapt the other stuff. They never do it exactly. They always put this little spin on it to make it fit in their world. But it's always fucking delightful.
But with Tactics specifically, Tactics is the first Ivalice game. And it's like, and they sort of had to work in the mythology of what like the old Ivalice was into this new Ivalice, which I find really, really fascinating. Like they include Balthier in War of the Lions. Whatever. They come up with some like dumb reason for why he's there. Because technically that in the timeline, like in the timeline, Final Fantasy XII takes place way after the original Final Fantasy Tactics. It's like centuries after or something. So, like, Balthier is there because of some time travel bullshit or whatever. But, like, in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance, they just both exist in the same place. Because that's Ivalice in the same time period. And they have to come up with these, like, really, really interesting reasons, like for why these sorts of, like, things aren't just all happening at the same time. I briefly started 12 up again. And I don't want to get into my 12 rant. But 12 is really, really strange because I don't understand why they made it that way. I know why they made it that way. I don't understand it, is the problem. But it's so fun just like seeing these characters and the world that's been built out of this one sort of collective world that Final Fantasy is actually trying to build upon instead of just creating a new one every time. Because they do take the stuff from previous games. They do take the stuff from previous stories and build on them. Like, there is a character from Final Fantasy Tactics Advance that is a prominent character in Final Fantasy XII. He is a not like a huge substantial character in the story, but he's a side character that takes a pretty major role. So it's like that kind of stuff is interesting. Seeing them come up with, like, these new races and then, like, including them in the other games is so interesting. And it feels like Final Fantasy XIV is, like, mostly sort of reset a lot of that, because it's a Realm Reborn.
Well, it's like...
a Realm Reborn.
It's a very weird thing, because it is, like, a mashup of everything.
Right.
Where, like, what's the word I'm thinking of? Like, yeah, you go through the Ivalice raids, and Ivalice is a place there.
Yes.
Ivalice is a country. You're dealing with their people, and all of these characters exist.
Do you go to Rabbinaster?
But they are not those characters. Yeah, you go to Rabbinaster, and you have to show your hole to Mustadio Bonanza.
Okay, well, he's like, well, okay.
He's got a sniper rifle, and if you don't show him your hole, you die.
I am familiar with that, actually.
Like, oh wait, that's in the Orbone Monastery.
No, that's in the Orbone Monastery. Yeah, that's a Final Fantasy Tactics thing.
You gotta show hole in the Orbone zone. But Rabbinaster is where you fight your fun dancing robot. And, like, I love that it's like, yeah, they have the fucking construct shows up in, like, one scene, like, before you have him join your party, and they're like, oh, just make him dance. So, yeah, they made him dance in 14. Like, if you fight him, and then if you go back to the area, you just see him doing a funny little dance.
You just reminded me.
And then you fight Yzmat.
The voice work in the Tactics remake is so good. For the, like, yeah. They decided for Construct 8's voice, just make him sound like a child. Make him sound like a child. It's awesome. That's perfect. Just have a small child's voice saying, "Disposing of enemy." It's great.
Yes.
I'm glad we've been able to go Final Fantasy crazy. I know you have a bit of an out relatively soon, so I do want to blast through a couple more things. Lorelai, I do want to hear what you have to say about Unbeatable.
I'm also curious about this.
So hey, first of all, Maverick has a review up. I have not read it because I am also working on my own thing about it, and Maverick and I have talked about how we feel about the game and whatnot, so I have an idea of what he wrote, but I am trying to make sure that what I do isn't a response to his review, which is up there, and you should read it. I've heard it's good. As I said, I'm not reading it because I don't want mine to be a response to his.
Well, it's good because we published it.
Yeah, and it is up there.
We did?
Unbeatable is a game that I finished, and the more I think about it, the more I like it. It is a bit like the new Superman movie in that way for me, in that I think about it and I like it more. The last chapter of that game was like the writer looked directly into my soul and went, yeah, this is you. This is you. And I don't know what it is, but I legitimately feel like it was written with a trans lens in mind. Because I see a lot of cis people make very similar arguments to what Mav was talking about in the general chat. Every trans person I know fucking like gets through the last chapter and goes, oh my god, I feel like that game reached into my soul and like it was just shining a mirror at me. It's legitimately the last chapter of that game had me in just like tears through the whole thing. And and I replayed it multiple times while I was on vacation when I decided I wanted to, like, after some prodding from Rose, who went, you should also write a review. And I was like, I should. Because that game for me, like, came out of fucking nowhere. And, like, because I'm not a rhythm gamer. I fucking suck at rhythm games. I put that shit on easy and still fail half the time. I'm very bad. But the way that game feels, just doing the songs, like, honestly, I'd recommend the upgraded edition just because it has more songs, and a lot of the guest songs they got are fucking incredible. Like, there's some real fucking bangers in there. But just the story and the writing and the character writing and stuff like that, once I saw where it was going, I was just like completely sold. And I completely disagree. When they announced the patch that said, hey, we're adding a chapter select, they were like, oh, so you can go back to chapter 2 because we all know that's what you're doing. And I'm like, that's not those aren't the ones I want to revisit. Like, I want to revisit like 3 and 5 that did a lot of like, were a lot more introspective and had me just like, oh my God, this is so good. This is so fucking good. Like, I legitimately don't want to talk about story stuff because I legitimately think everyone should fucking experience it, because you will have one of two reactions. Either it'll hit for you like it really, really fucking hit for me. Like, thinking about it, I'm just like, oh, I fucking love everything about this. I love that there's an entire moment where you convince a cop to quit and then you just continue beating the fuck out of him. Like, you fucking idiot. And there's I genuinely am shocked at how much I connected with everything. And I can't say enough good about that game, to the point where I'm still working on my top 10 list because I cannot figure out where to put that game on a year where, normally I'd be like, a Suikoden remaster came out that was good, and y'all know me and Suikoden, like, I literally based my entire personality around that. I don't know. Unbeatable could like take the top spot. Like, that's how much. It could. Like, it could. I don't know. You'll have to read my list to find out when it comes out, but because I don't even fucking know at this point.
Lorelai, my friend.
Sorry.
A From Software game came out this year. And it might not be my top game. Is that crazy?
That is kind of crazy. However, we are going to have to play together sometime. Yeah.
Anytime. Literally whenever you fucking want.
Good.
Nikolas, I want to give you one last little zone to talk about whatever you like. And then and then I think we're gonna hop off after that. But you have so much here. I want to know what's the most important thing you have played over this break.
Most important? I mean, probably Three Houses, because that one has completely destroyed my entire
We can talk
week.
about it again if you want.
No, I want to save more talk of it, but it has like completely ruined my sleep schedule just because I will accidentally stay up way too late trying to do something.
I feel you.
Like, oh crap, it's 4 a.m. because I kept trying to fucking get through this map without anyone dying, even though I don't even think pre-time skip lets someone die. Where it's like, oh crap, I kept doing the fucking monastery enough so I could get like my little cutiful friend Linhart to join my team. Like,
I don't actually know what happens when someone dies. I think they just like leave your party but are still alive until the time skip.
Yeah, they phrased it like that, but I don't want to take risks because I tried it on one map and they didn't show up in the.
I wouldn't know. I never lost anyone.
Yeah, never.
I don't like to. I will reset the entire map like 5 times just to not lose someone. I get attached to my stupid little kids, but a little short story, because it doesn't have any games tied to it, was recently. I was cleaning the house to get the new Wi-Fi set up, I think it was, and because that's right by like a little set of boxes that just disparate tech stuff is in my house, like cables and wires and stuff like that, old things like that. And then one of those was just a red 3DS with like a little box of 10 to 20 games in it that I've never, ever seen before. No one in my house knew where it came from. We tried it and it didn't, like, I opened it, I turned it on, and it was like, please set up your system for the first time ever. Like, this was completely new out of box. It was just in the house for years and years, and no one ever noticed it, but there's just a new 3DS in the house now. I have no idea where this came from. It just I have a blue one, but this is a red one that just showed up out of nowhere. It has like everything too. It has like the little dinky charging thing you set it on that no one ever used. It's scary. I forgot how tiny this thing was too. I feel like my eyes are gonna strain playing some of the games that I've tried on it.
The original 3DS is basically the same as like a DS, but it's like that added 3D aspect to it does feel brutal if you think about it. I mean, I during the end of that lifespan, I just eventually bought a 2DS, the big one, that the 2DS XL, and like anytime I play a 3DS game, I just go back to that, and it's nice because it's just like a nice big screen. But
can you not fold that one?
No, you can fold it. It's folded.
Okay.
It's foldable.
Yeah,
like the old 2DS ones, you couldn't.
Yeah.
The 2DS brick that all like the younger kids had walking around and throwing it against the wall because it was indestructible.
Yeah, literally designed so a kid couldn't destroy it. That's why it doesn't have the 3D components in it.
Or the folding.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the folding, or the fact that the shell is like 3 inches thick of just like hard PVC plastic.
Yeah.
Let me ask, are there any 3DS specific games that you want to try?
No,
are you gonna become a Resident Evil Revelations guy?
Oh my god, that'd be so cool.
I've really wanted to play the 3DS version of MGS3 for a really long time.
I'm gonna play that game eventually. Friends,
yes,
it's good. I promise.
Awesome. Okay. I feel good about our podcast. We do have like a couple other things if we want to jump on them, but I know Lorelai's got to get going.
I've still got like a half hour, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've still got like 45 minutes.
I thought you had to go in like 15. Okay, that's fine. Hey, Jackson, tell me about 100 Line.
100 Line, I did as a bit. I got it gifted to me for Christmas by a friend who swears by it. By a friend who, if I pull up their hours, I think they're about 600 hours into the game. I went into this thinking it was going to be another Danganronpa, but then when those credits pop up and you see who's actually working on this game, I went, "Oh, I'm wrong. Oh, I'm super fucking wrong. This is like the all-star team of Spike Chunsoft coming together to make a game." And they just picked the wrong guy for art direction.
I mean, they do try to trick you into thinking it's a Danganronpa. They really explicitly try to make it a Danganronpa.
Yeah, like they do all the bullshit like the first Danganronpa does in the beginning of just like kidnapping you and doing whatever, and then when the twist hits of like, no, you're in the military now. You've been drafted, boy.
It's the exact opposite of a killing game. You are surviving to live for hope.
Yeah, like you
not
are
killing for
humanity's
despair.
last hope for some reason. I got through what I was told was the demo. So I did the first week of the game, the first 7 days of the game.
The demo is, in fact, the first week of the game. The demo is like 2 to 3 hours long, I think, or something like that.
Yeah, and like
it's crazy.
I did all that, and I went, okay, so I understand the gameplay loop now. How the fuck does this branch off into 100 endings? How does this do this? I don't understand. And I'm like, I'm trying to, like, Nikolas, I think it was you who wrote about it for the website, correct?
Yeah, I did. It's the.
I'm waiting till I get.
That I'm happy with and finished with.
I'm trying to get like 3 endings before I go and read that, because so far this has been a very just like I like every single character except for the little shit kid who has the worst self-esteem in the world and is like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. You should just spit on me and move on with your day." And it's
I don't like that guy, but I apparently in an interview, Kodaka confirmed that, oh yeah, all the insults that he uses for himself, I looked at Hideki's Twitter and took them from there.
Like that makes
That's
so
funny.
much fucking
That's
sense.
funny.
That makes too much sense now. But just like all these characters so far that they introduced, because I've only played the first 7 days of the game, and I know that there's other characters that show up, because when you get like your rooms, there's a whole back row of rooms that are unoccupied, and I'm like, what do you mean the cast doubles in size as I'm playing this fucking game when I barely memorize the first 3 characters that I interact with the most? It's just like the idea of your characters can die, they'll come back. It's actually a mechanic where you sacrifice yourself and you get more points. If you do a move that kills your character and takes out enemies, you actually get a better grade at the end of the fight for sacrificing
so
your
sick.
team over and over. And I'm like, this is awesome. And then I have to remember, like, oh yeah, the writer of AI and the 999 and whatnot wrote this. So I'm like, oh yeah, there's going to be heat. There's going to be moments where I'm like, wow, I'm really thinking about myself as a human being in the scope of the world. And there's going to be another moment where I'm like, yeah, if I was in this situation, I'd also kill that motherfucker. You're justified in your hatred and wanting to kill this person. That's fine. So I'm like, I want to get back to it, but I don't want people to know that I like it. It's the situation I'm in right now, where I'm like, I don't need people to know I like this Danganronpa looking ass game.
I mean, I do think people are sort of similarly in this boat with you, because the things I've largely the big takeaways I've had from this game are it's an incredible game, and there are people who are pretty embarrassed to like it. But the thing I've never heard is this game is terrible. This game is bad, and you shouldn't play it.
It's like
So it's like.
It's the all-star team. You have the best writers at Spike Chunsoft who are writing like these really inquisitive and interesting narratives. You have the monster designer from Fate Grand Order coming in and be like, yeah, I'll make a bunch of monsters for you for your game. Don't worry about it. But then again, they're like, who should we get to do the overall aesthetic of our video game? Yeah, let's get the guy that did Ultra Despair Girls.
I mean, look, the Danganronpa aesthetic is popular.
Yeah.
It's very striking.
I get
there's
that,
a reason.
yeah.
There's a reason why they have they branched that off into stuff that is not just Danganronpa. There's a reason there's a fake character that looks like that.
There's a reason there was like a free to play like gacha game that came out and failed miserably, but was actually kind of fun. Out. Yeah.
It's like I played Raincode before, and I was like, oh, I wasn't vibing with Raincode that much, so I was going into 100 being like, this is gonna be whatever.
I've heard nothing but bad things about Raincode.
Yeah, there's some choices in that game.
You should talk to John about Raincode.
I'll talk to John about Raincode. I'll talk about John about Raincode all day. But I went in with under the expectation of like, this is going to be a Danganronpa game where there's going to be characters that I don't like because they're going to do the weird things with the child characters. But then you get in there, the characters are older, the blood is red, and they're swearing, and they're talking about how like, if this is a killing game, this is fucking stupid. I'm not going to participate. And I'm like, yes, they're real people this time. They're not caricatures. They're real fucking people who want to just like get on with their lives and understand the situation they are forced into. They're not immediately like, okay, yeah, let's start killing each other. Fuck it. It's good. It's good. It's a good game, Your Honor. Me at the bench. It's a good game.
Well,
That's it.
The best character is the one saying that she'd love to kill people in a killing game.
The best character is the one who is saying, I wish this was a killing game. I hate this so much. I wish it was a killing game. I'm so bored.
It's awesome that like she was one of the big ones that they showed like hyped up pre-release, and everyone before the game came out was like, "Oh my god, this is going to be the most miserable fucking character ever. She looks so stupid. I hate her." And then the game came out, and like everyone loves her. She's the best. Everyone loves her. I can't believe she did the turnaround. I love her. All my friends love her. Everyone who's played Underline loves her.
That's the thing. They know how to take those characters and bring and do interesting stuff with them. Like if me coming in with my Danganronpa expectations and like meeting half the cast and hating half, and like meeting the cast and like hating half of them is just like, that's exactly what I expect. That's exactly what I need to hear. I think I'm in. The only reason I didn't play it was that game came out the same time as around like Night Rain. And I played way more Night Rain. So it's just kind of like unfortunate timing.
I mean, that's fair.
I love that both of those games are ones I want to play through this year.
Oh boy. But yeah, no, it's nice to hear that it's gotten its hooks in someone else.
I'm like Dead by Daylight, like hooked up right now, and I'm like, maybe I want to stay here. Maybe I do want to keep going. Maybe there's something here. There's more to this.
They put you on the sacrificial hook, and you're just like, oh, I guess it's time for me to go.
This is kind of comfy, actually. All my shoulder pain is gone. I can't feel anything. This feels great.
Nikolas, I'm going to ask you about this just because I'm looking at the name of this and I don't know what it is, and I'm so interested. What is Patrick's Parabox?
Oh, man, I was really hoping you were going to bring up what is Caveman World, the Mountains of Unga Boonga.
Caveman World is also a great name. Let me be real. Caveman World, Mountains of Unga Boonga is a great name. I see that and I'm like, I'm so interested. But Patrick's Parabox is striking me. I want to know what this is.
It's like a Sokoban game, but the boxes that you move around in the box puzzles can themselves be levels. So it's like you can push a box into a wall. Like, let's say you're in a blue Sokoban puzzle, you can push a like green block into a wall, and then when you try to push it into the wall, you go inside the block, and then you're in a different level that has its own puzzle you have to solve inside of it. And sometimes it can be recursive, like, okay, you go inside the green box, and then there's a box that you can do the same thing that takes you back to the blue level you were just in. So you would have to like go between the two different. It's really hard to explain because the whole point of it is like this weird non-Euclidean box puzzle sort of thing,
right?
Where it's like recursive dimensions or figuring out loops of how they go around, or like sometimes the puzzles are completely empty and you have to make them work with like the bounds of being just pushing empty spaces into empty spaces. It's really hard to explain, but it's a really fun puzzle game. I'd recommend. I got it as a gift for Christmas from a friend.
Nice.
So it was one of two games I got gifted for Christmas. I don't know if Ed of Three Houses is the better game, but they're both brain teasers. I like Patrick's Parabox a lot.
Nice.
I need to get back to it sometime.
I do like a good little puzzle game. All right. Now you have to tell me what Caveman World is.
Well, I'd recommend just looking at Caveman World Mountains of Unga Boonga and seeing what pops up. What does pop up? Does the actual game pop up if you do that? Oh, hell
it does show up. It's the first result on Steam.
Yeah. Doesn't this just look like the best game ever? It doesn't look like something that was made in 5 minutes for mobile phones.
All reviews mostly positive.
It was just a free game on Steam, and I posted in one of my like chats, "Hey, we should all hop on Caveman World Mountains."
Hop on Caveman World.
Yeah, and then like 6 people were streaming it at the exact same time.
I mean, sometimes
Lorelai,
you just gotta hop on Caveman World.
Can you pull up some footage of this, please?
No. I literally can't.
I'll try to. Hold on one sec.
My computer is already dropping like 800 frames.
Hold on, I think I got you. Select a window. Yeah, here we go. So we've got Caveman World.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck yeah. This is Caveman World. Unga Boonga.
Yo, those mountains are sure Unga Boonga.
Is it showing up on stream, by the way?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, we're seeing Caveman.
Oh my god.
God. Wow, we got a new Golem game.
Yes, finally.
This is like the Golem game. Holy shit.
Like some dog shit looking platforming.
Wow, it has wheel walking. Oh my god. Finally a game with wheel walking.
I'm so glad Christian Whitehead made this instead of Sonic Mania 2.
Trampoline bouncing. Holy shit, you gotta hop on Caveman World. Okay, so is Caveman World good?
I mean, you're looking at the footage.
Oh my god, log vaulting.
Okay, that kind of fucking rules. Oh, wow. Man, this is going to play so well on the podcast.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like for the audio listeners, what we're seeing is what looks like someone's like what's the best way of putting this? Someone using Gmod physics in a 2D space to try and platform across like certain areas here at Caveman World.
It's like a fake video game that would be on in the background of a Disney XD live-action TV show.
Oh my god. I could picture Lizzie McGuire's little brother playing this.
It's got enemy evading, and they're doing a really bad job of evading the enemy.
They keep getting hit by that fucking mammoth.
This is Yuko replayly to me.
Yeah, this is Terry Land from Banjo-Tooie.
Wow, that's awesome.
Islands of Unga Boonga.
I'm happy that like there are still creators out there like doing something unique and original. And let's see, when did this game come out? 2016.
This is
Let's go. 10-year-old game now.
Wow. All right, well, $2. I'm adding that to my cart. And I'm gonna go ahead and buy that right now.
Now, bring back the screen share so I can steal your credit card info.
Yeah, sure, not a problem.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh god,
we can move on to a little bit of news. So you might have heard of these guys, Larian. You know them, Larian. They made Baldur's Gate 3. They made the Divinity games, stuff like that. Classic, really good games. Stuff a lot of people like.
Mountains of Unga Boonga.
I don't think that's true, and I'm going to go ahead and say, as a journalistic outlet, we are not approving the statement that Larian made Caveman World Mountains of Unga Boonga. But the founder of Larian, Swen Vickne, has been talking about how Larian has been embracing AI, and it's been a nightmare. They're embracing AI, which could in fact be making things that look exactly like Caveman World. He's been talking too much. That's right. That's what it is. A man who dramatically cannot stop putting his foot in his mouth. Most recent updates, he has said that the new Divinity game that was announced during the Game Awards not going to have any AI concept art. Not going to have AI working on the concept art for it. Enough people bullied him, and he was like, "Okay, fine, we won't do it." But it's this weird point in the games industry right now where you can see that there's been a larger trend of the broader games industry wanting to adopt AI and machine learning in some way, right? And we have Swen Vickne, who, I want to make it clear, before this has been applauded He's a guy who went on stage at the Game Awards and and just like said in front of everyone, Crunch fucking sucks. The fact that the game industry is like that right now is a huge fucking embarrassment. We didn't make our game like that. That's great. That's awesome. This motherfucker could not. He said one time in an interview that they're using AI specifically to come up with concepts for games, and ever since then, people have been getting on his ass, rightfully so, and he's had to double down and be like, no, listen, it's fine, it's okay, it's none of this is gonna actually be in the game. It's just like this is just for like coming up with ideas. It's so harebrained. I don't understand where he believed that this is something that, one, people wanted to hear, and two, was an actual good idea, because like Larian has like fucking world-class writers and artists working there. They don't have any problem coming up with ideas. That's most of what they do. Baldur's Gate 3 has millions of fucking ideas in it. As far as we know, there wasn't any fucking AI in that, because that game was in development for what, like a decade or something. It came out in early access like years before it actually like fucking slam dunked onto the scene.
Right, because the full release wasn't until like the beginning of 2025, right? Because it was in early access in 2021, 2022.
I think so.
You had Chapter 1 for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I played through Chapter 1 year for sure. So many times.
Yeah, 2024 was the year where it hit big, because it's like, I don't even know when it like fully came to 1.0, because like they stopped doing major updates last year. That was the big thing. And you know, obviously they want to move on to the next Divinity game, which is a smart call, but it's like, man, how many times do you have to kick yourself in the nuts over this one statement where I don't even think like you totally believe that it's happening? I think you thought this sounded good and wanted to look good in front of people.
It's very, very odd, because it's like you see the new Divinity trailer at the Keeleys, and you're like, oh, this is intense, this is crazy. Yeah. It's a good trailer. Larian's onto something, and then you have your head of your studio come up and be like, yep, we're using AI, and it's like, you've killed all good faith. Like all reputation has just been like, you lifted yourself up, and you're like, yeah, I know we're really good. We're gonna do the thing that everybody that buys our games fucking hates.
Yeah.
Like, why? Like, what is the... I understand, like, there's probably, like, other executives at play being like, you have to use this. We are buying into it, so you need to use it for your product so we can make good on our investment.
As far as I know, they're not beholden to, like, major shareholders, because they're an independent company. They're an independent developer.
It feels like it feels like he's coming out and be like, I put so much money into AI, we have to use it. And everyone's like, why did you put so much money into this? We told you no. And he's like, no, it's good. I swear to God, it's good. I put $400,000 down on this to be good.
That's what makes this so confusing, right? Because it's like, if it was any other major company, if it was any other AAA company, you could see the fucking publisher, CEO, whatever, come up with some bullshit statement about how AI was used extensively during the development of this game, which it would probably be a lie anyways. But this is a widely beloved independent developer that mostly self-publish their own game. And it's like, what are you thinking? You guys have been on the ball so unbelievably hard, and now you're shoveling it down the toilet for something people could not care less about, and two, are actively hostile towards. And then it's not even a thing that's like largely going to impact the game anyways. It's just, it is this like, it's this hypothetical of how do we come up with new ideas? Oh, we use innovative new technologies. What is your problem? What the fuck is your problem?
It's okay. We're not using it for concept design. We're only using it for PowerPoint presentations. It's like, fucking shut up.
Oh my god.
The idea of using it as well for like, we're only using it to make conceptual ideas for potential stuff. And it's like, you're just at that point, if the AI is being trained on stolen content, yeah, you're lying. you're lying, and or you're going to steal an idea from a studio who put this into the machine, and then when you make it, that studio is going to come out and sue the shit out of you. Like, I don't know. Like, oh, we accidentally made No More Heroes. Oops.
Oh shit, but what if Travis Touchdown was in Baldur's Gate?
What if Travis Touchdown was in Baldur's Gate? What would his class be?
That's the kind of epic crossover you can only get with machine learning.
God.
We have other we didn't put down a lot of news here, but I did want to highlight one other small news item about a guy in charge of a studio that we all don't like. That's the Limited Run's co-founder, Josh Fairhurst. He's announced that he's leaving the company in March, and it's like, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, you fuck.
I want to talk about it so bad.
Jumping. Don't want to talk about it, or you do?
The thing I mentioned before we started recording, I want to talk about so bad.
Do it.
You go for it. This is your moment.
This is me saying this. This is not. I am my own individual. I am not saying this on behalf of everybody at Gamesline. It has been proven that he had a game room that he used a second credit card to hide from his wife to buy vintage games and put in the room, not play them, just to collect them and put them in a room.
Just put them in the room, of course.
That only he had the key to. And when people asked him about it at the company, he was like, "Oh, it's for cataloging purposes," or it's like his excuse one time was like, "Oh, if we get asked by Konami to do a re-release of Castlevania, we can scan the original box art and have our artist make a mock-up of a new box art." Which I'm like, okay, why do you only have the key to the room, and why do you need a second credit card to hide the expenses from your wife, and also why do you only get the packages sent to the office and not your home? Like, I have personal beef with LRG. So, like, I am emphasizing this where I am saying this on behalf of myself as an individual, not of Gamesline.
Listen, I do want to say, I think as an entity, I will broadly say most of Gamesline does not have a positive feeling towards limited run games. So I don't think I don't think your sympathies are entirely. I understand you're trying to protect us mostly because you don't want to allegedly say something that could represent us in a negative light. But fuck that guy.
Yeah,
fuck that guy. Fuck him.
My GIF reaction to the news is exactly how I feel.
I have no mouth, but I must scream the PS5 release from the Atari site because they did a re-release, and then I realized way too late, fuck, this is a limited run release. And I bought that in November, and I haven't even gotten it's technically a pre-order, I guess, but it's like I still have not even got confirmation that this is at all going to be sent out, period. So like, if let's say hypothetically, if the company folds for whatever reason, I might not get a PS5 copy if I have no mouth, but I must scream, and I think that's okay because I only spent $20 on that.
Well, I'm like, you spent $20 for their legal fund because, like, I know people who still do not have their collector's edition of Persona 4 Golden for Switch.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And it's like, what are you doing? I still work for a merchandising company. I understand, like, it's hard to source sometimes and get these things. However, our turnaround time when we were still, like, pretty active in doing pre-orders, our turnaround time was in, like, 3 to 6 months.
Right.
So it's like, why is it taking you almost 2.5 years to send this stuff out and not like acknowledge the fact that it's taking so? People are receiving their Sonic Generation X Shadow bundles with the horrible, awful like statues of like Sonic and Shadow looking cross-eyed, or the Dreamcast is like shitty hollow plastic that if you press too hard on with your index finger, it's gonna crack. People are getting those versions, and then some people are like, "Hey, I haven't got my collector's edition of that game yet. What's going on?" And then LRG sending out an email being like, "Yeah, we're delaying shipment. So sorry. It should be there by the end of March." And then there's people that are like, "Why? I already got my horrible version. Why do people get a different version? Why are some people getting a delayed version?" And I'm like, yeah, it's at the end of March because they probably found somebody else to come in and actually make a good product in a decent amount of time. And that's why the CEO is like, "I'm getting out of here before the lawsuits roll up. Like, I can't be involved with this because I'm at fault for so much." He's responsible for losing the Scott Pilgrim license. Himself.
Great. Awesome.
Amazing.
Him public, like, this is public knowledge. Him publicly on LinkedIn and other social media platforms shit talking I am 8-bit on a public platform for Ubisoft to go, "Yeah, I don't think LRG is where we're gonna do our releases anymore. We should probably go with like I am 8-bit or like Materia Store or some other company that knows how to handle this kind of workload." Because like, it's not just him. I know other people at LRG that are just as bad at what they do, and I know a lot of people at LRG that are really good at what they do, and I wish they would get out. I wish they would go anywhere else, but it's just like, it's him. He is the main obstacle in the way of these things getting done on time. And I'm just like, yeah, no, let him go. Let him go and let somebody else take over. Hey, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live.
That's about all we had for a podcast.
I'm about to get up and like walk away from my desk. I'm gonna walk away from my desk. I can't handle it. I'm still sick. I still feel feverish, and talking about this makes me feel worse.
Well, I'm glad we ended the podcast strong. I think that's strong. If you like our show, you can always visit our website, Gamesline.net. We're on Blue Sky, Gamesline.net. On Tumblr, Gamesline.tumblr.com. Facebook.com/Gamesline. You can catch the VOD, the video of this whole podcast on YouTube.com/@TheGamesline. Or you can, if you want to catch us live, just follow us at Twitch.tv/GameslineTV. We are on Patreon, where you can support us. $3. $3 for all of our like exclusive content early for the most part. Like me and you, Jackson, did a spoiler cast for Dispatch, and Maverick was there as well. That we put that out on Patreon early, so anyone so if you were supporting us at that time, thank you so much. I have no idea what the status of the anime podcast is. I'm not involved in that. They're dealing with that. They said they're bringing it back. That's on them. But hey, if you sub to us on Patreon, you will get whatever we're working on. You'll get early glimpses of it, or early release.
Yeah.
And also, it's just helpful to support us because we are totally independently funded, and we do use that money specifically to improve the site. Like we had our major rehaul last year. We use that money to pay for games, like whenever we can't get a code from a publisher. Every dollar spent comes back around to helping improve the site in some way. If you wanna join our Discord, it's the gamezone.zone. We have our channel there for asking questions, which we will answer on the podcast. Our theme song is "Crush" off the album "Magic Is Real" by Melt Channel, and you can check out that band and their other act, Magic Circuit, at meltchannel.bandcamp.com and magic-circuit.bandcamp.com. Lorelai, where can we find you?
You can find me in Blue Sky and Twitch at Judgment Scythe everywhere.
Jackson, where can we find you?
You can find me Blue Sky, Twitch, Tumblr. I'm Lumberjackson. For the next 5 years, I paid for it. I'm going to be funnymonkey.online.
Yes, let's go.
Legally, I am funnymonkey.online. So there you go.
Should we have been calling you that this whole time?
No, I'm fine with my. I'm fine with Jackson. That's fine too. Putting my hands on
Funny Monkey Online.
No. And Nikolas, where can we find you?
You can find me at sursicactus.bsky.social. That's on Blue Sky, by the way.
I'm on Blue Sky, fkasocks.com. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Did you have another thing?
No, I don't.
Okay. sorry. I'm fkasocks.com on Blue Sky, twitch.tv/fkasocks. I stream every Tuesday. Very exciting. This Tuesday, I finally done it. I finally secured the sponsorship I've been waiting all this time for. I'm obligated monetarily to play Raid Shadow Legends for an entire hour.
Let's go.
In for that.
Let's go.
Woo!
Yes! And then we'll probably watch some fast food reviews or whatever.
Let's go. Yes, I'm waiting for that one.
Yeah, and then anything else y'all got anything major coming up? Anything we're looking forward to?
Look out for February 11th of this year. Romeo is a Dead Man. It launches on Steam, Xbox, and PlayStation. Please support the new Suda game because I want more of those games. So go buy Romeo is a Dead Man.
Hey, we're about a week away from the Dynasty Warriors Origins DLC. Let's fucking go.
I meant stuff that you are working on, but that's fine too. If you just want to shout things out that you like.
Okay, look out for February 11th.
I am going to be streaming a lot more. So, please stop by twitch.tv/JudgmentScythe and give me a follow and all that, and let me come hang out while I play video games that aren't Final Fantasy XIV.
Not this next Sunday, but the Sunday after, on the 25th. Mark your calendars. This is going to be a very, very special edition of the Gamesline Podcast. It's going to be our Game of the Year edition, where we are going to review 2025. We have picked out a large selection of topics from 2025 we want to talk about. And also, it's going to be in the middle of our releasing of Game of the Year lists. It's our list selection this year is huge. We reached out to a lot of guests. We are still getting a list back. It is going to be a very crazy Game of the Year. I hope you will join us on the 25th for a very special Game of the Year podcast. And it's going to be a fun time. I think it's going to be good. I'm very excited. So what's up? What do you want to do?
We did it. I want to go get dinner.
I think I'm going to go eat as well. Okay.
I have a meeting in 30 minutes, so I'm going to charge out. Hey, have a good night, everybody.
That's right. Have a good night. Chugga chugga. Goodbye. Good night. Bang.
Choo choo.
Let's get out of here. Choo choo.
Everybody.
Goodbye. I have a suggestion.
You can move.
What the hell? $12.14.
Craig.
Show speaking users, small avatars.
Well, I definitely haven't been playing Angeline Era or Skate Story. When was the last podcast? On December 19th. So we are in 1-1, 1-11, 7-9.
All right. Oh, god damn it.
Nikolas, you have you have the doc open, I see.
Pod view group scene. Add source. Browser.
I have relatively late. I have to go and look at my Steam library. Oh, that's right. You started playing Fallout 76. I completely forgot about that.
Oh,
Fuck.
I also restarted playing that.
So did I.
What is wrong with us?
I had a bunch of friends get into it, and like, I don't know. It's very much in my. I'm glad it's free to play because I refuse to give Microsoft money. But
Right.
Free to play now.
Well, no, it's. I had bought it way back when.
Oh yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I also bought it on release. What do you mean it's free to play now?
Like, yeah, it's. I bought it on release and played for like a week. Okay. I think that's all set up. Where should I put our Discord overlay?
Just put it off to the side or something. And it can cover us up a little bit.
Okay. I think I got okay, let me there we go.
I wanted to put that in like a new intro and like a 2.0 thing with like a new background as well.
I think we should
haven't gotten a chance to do that yet.
I think we should also try to figure out a way to get the like one of the subtitle things, auto subtitle, just kind of.
What do you mean? Oh,
they're like closed captioning.
Yeah. We could
especially for what Gamesline is. Yeah, but the Twitch one is not great.
No matter what, it's not going to be good.
Oh yeah. All right, so I'm going to actually hit start on the loading screen.
Change the title and stuff first.
Oh yeah. Oh god.
Gamesline Podcast episode 79. Oh, yeah.
I think it is 79, right?
Yeah, it's 79.
Okay, let me my god. There we go. Actually opening up the right channel usually helps. Do
we have any major news really? This is strange because the things I want to talk about are all are not games.
There was the New Game Plus showcase, right? Everything that they showed there. Yeah, like
right.
The Cube from the Atomic Heart creators.
Oh, great. Done. Let's update the title. Wait, what? Update, you fucker. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, what game is it? Oh, fuck you. Oh my god, I am so...
New Game Plus showcase. There was the new Joy-Cons that they showed off that everyone's like, why am I paying $90 right. for this?
Now we're in talk shows and podcasts. Now I click start streaming.
I think the big thing, and I don't know how much y'all talked about it weeks ago I remember it was also happening, is mostly the Larian stuff.
God, you mean the man who won't stop shoving his fucking foot in his mouth?
Right.
What's the most annoying thing you've had to deal with in this AMA? Talking about not using AI.
Right.
And a check. Oh, great. Okay, that's not good.
Uh-oh.
What's up?
And a check. Ooh.
Oh, okay.
Spike to high hell. Okay, let's...
Okay. You didn't even spike, you just started echoing.
Oh, no, no, my gain went up to max. The fun of a USB microphone. I need to finally swap this thing out soon. And now you're a little low. Okay, now you're way too high. Okay, what are you doing? High, check. Like me tracking like 30 screens at once. VTubing is fun.
1 second. Lena Boom. Oh, wait, hang on.
Also, the limited run games guy leaving.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the CEO. bailing out before the company goes under and they get hit with all those lawsuits.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab water really quick. Ow.
Who's gonna take over his game room at the office now, though? That he only has a key to. My wife found out about the game room.
All right.
We could mention that just because it's
for
funny.
The sake of
just because it's funny. Yeah, why not? Why not?
All right. Okay, water. Get Diet Coke. Get.
For real.
Are these questions new questions or old questions?
Those are old.
Oh, we didn't put a question post out, did we?
No, we did not. I've been.
It's fine. It's fine.
I should have checked my shit yesterday. Now I have like a fucked up animated model because every time I
where's the questions thread? Is it just in the content chat? Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
I got it. I got it. Are we live yet, or?
Yeah, the waiting room is open.
Then I will.
We've already had like, okay, let me. Why the?
Also, we are live.
Okay. Oh God.
And edit that link. Oh, the link does work. Yes.
What does?
The link that goes asked to the podcast. Did you need me to social it?
Yeah, if you could on the Gamesline account. I need to add it to mine.
Yes,
now that your girl is home. Oh.
Hey, can you fill my shit, dog? Thank you.
I didn't know you were into that.
Oh, you just posted it on your own account? You know what? I'm just gonna quote you and be like,
Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, I'm gonna.
We're freaking live over here. We're freaking live. Thanks for posting it on my channel too.
Oh yeah, I'll put it in my server. I was like, I forgot that I have that. I forgot that it is a resource.
I didn't even I need to actually set up a streaming Discord, but God, I don't want to have to manage one.
This is why I got mods. This is why I got Maverick. This is why I got Maverick to do anything.
Listen, all you gotta do is make a small amount of channels, including one joke channel where people just post images, and then one that's lunch. And then and then you're good. That's all you need.
I mean that's what I have. I just need to set up all the permissions crap to. All right,
there's a template you can steal online, and then I can just give you a bot that lets you modify and do whatever the fuck.
God, I probably will. We should probably do a little time.is clap.
We should also invite. Oh wait, Craig is here.
Craig is here.
Craig's
been listening in on our whole conversation, and I'm probably going to edit some funny shit in onto the end of the podcast.
Creepy ass Craig is here.
I'm not even recording or anything. I should probably do that.
As soon as all the people get in, I draw in.
I'm not adding tags. I'm posting it on Tumblr as well.
Oh, hot.
No tags, raw post.
Raw posts. Who cares?
Just got a raw dog that thing.
Mad at me.
Yeah, just like once we're ready to do the 3, 2, 1 live shit, let me know.
Time.is.
All right, everybody, load up time.is. Whee!
Yeah, oh, should I start Audacity yet?
Not yet. We'll do the 3, 2, 1 live, and then we'll all say live at the same time, and then we'll do a clap.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll clap sync.
Do you want to throw it out?
Yeah. All right. Everyone got your Audacity open?
You know it.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Live.
Live.
All right, we'll clap at and Nikolas, because of your noise gate, do it just like that. We'll clap at 45 seconds.
Okay.
Doesn't matter if we hear it on the call.
It does not go through to the stream either. I think it's a built-in thing on his mic.
Doesn't even go through to
It's a
Audacity.
noise gate.
Yeah, I think it's a built-in noise gate.
Yeah, I'm clapping, and I'm seeing it pop up on Audacity.
Oh, goody! All right, oh my god, I keep bringing up the wrong OBS profile. Okay, all right, I'm gonna load up the loading screen, and when I say go,
count me down.
I mean, I'm gonna load up the PS1 screen, and when I say go, you just go.
Okay.
Because that means I'm gonna click over to the pod view group scene right after I say go. That way you don't have to ask if we're live. Okay. Go.